Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to SpitFit. Alright, oh, I'm Ash, by the way.
I'm Jack. I mean, this is episode 8
Yeah.
now. I think
Just
they
in
know.
case. It's been a while for us.
Yeah.
We'd had to take a break from Crash.
Yeah.
But, no, so, by a while, I mean, like, but, we're coming back stronger than ever. So, last episode I was talking about, how I was supposed to be in health, and I got signed up for this thing called reading improvement. And I go to my counselor, and I'm like, yo, fuck it. And she's like,
Yo, I want you to walk into the school office, slam the paper like the file down on the desk. The fuck?
I mean, that's pretty much how it went. And she was like, you didn't get good enough, she was like, you got bad scores on your reading test, whatever,
Yeah.
in 8th grade. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, yeah, you didn't. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I did. And she was like, so it's right here. And I was like, what? And so I had to take reading improvement with like all of the burnouts. And
this breakfast club
this,
of dyslexic kids.
Yeah, this teacher. She at Tom. No.
Yeah. Is he there?
No. Surprisingly, he must have scored better on the reading test than I did, even though I read perfectly fine. And so the teacher, like, I go to class, and she's like the sweetest lady ever, and she's just like, she's like, all right, so on the second day of class, we're gonna take the reading test that you guys all failed in 8th grade. Just I want to see where you're at now. And so we all take it, and then like hear nothing about it.
Yeah.
She's just like, all right, you took it. That's all. And then she's like, here's gonna be our first reading assignment. We're all gonna read this on our own time. She was like, and you guys just need to be finished with it. Oh, I forgot about these guys.
This guy's messed up. Oh yeah, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is stuff we experienced in the lost episodes.
Yeah. And she was like, finish it in like a month and a half. Take your time with it. So I finished it in one class period. The entire book.
Wow.
And I was like, hey, finished it. She's like, already? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, oh, like, good for you, blah, blah. And so, like,
God,
and so she gives me,
good.
so to read next. Oh, I forgot.
I don't get what they do with, like, that. When they pick you up.
Oh, and then you have an allergic reaction. So, we...
Okay. Okay, so anyway,
Yeah.
you turn in...
So, she's like, wow, okay, cool. And so the next book she gives me to read is, oh man, it's like a really... What is it? It's like some really philosophical book that, like, you know, is assigned to, like, college kids.
Yeah.
And I just, like, kind of read it off and on. And then everybody else finishes the book finally. And then she's like, alright, you can start reading that.
What? It literally made me, like, flinch. I didn't see them coming at all.
So anyway, uh-oh, here they come.
I can't, like, do anything about that.
You're just, like, glitched up to the top. That's annoying. And then, okay, but we had to do, like, these reading exercises on this little thing on, like, the school computers or whatnot. Okay.
Oh, this is where we kept dying last
Yeah,
time. Because
okay,
this
I
jump is
remember.
ridiculous.
Now we're
Great.
dead. So, it was, like, this, like, reading little thing. Probably meant for 3rd graders. Like, it's, like, very childish. And I'm, like, doing it, and I'm, like, you know, flying through it. Because, you know, I'm not 6 anymore.
Oh.
And other
Happy
people
birthday.
Thank you. So I'm 7 now. I'm a big boy. and we, go. That was breakfast.
Yeah, no.
We go and do our own thing, and she comes over and she's like, do this reading program instead because it's more difficult, and I can do that too.
Mm-hmm.
And I pass like every reading program she gives me, and so I spend just like, okay, what just happened?
I don't know.
So I spend just like the rest of the semester like pretty much doing nothing. She'll give me an assignment, I'll finish it in like 15 minutes, and then I just sit around on my phone. And that was how I spent an entire semester not getting a credit I needed to graduate.
Nice.
And so I just lived my life. And at the end of the year, you have to take the reading test again. And pass it.
Like the same one you took in 8th grade.
Yeah, and pass it.
Okay.
And of course I pass it. And what she did after, like on the last day of classes, she was like, she would show you what you got on it, and like if you passed. Everybody in my class passed.
Yeah.
She would show you that you passed, and then she would also show you what you got on the test at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, with me, she was like, your grades actually went down. Yes! Sorry. So
I like how they give you a checkpoint right after that, because they're like, yeah, we know this is bullshit. Get off! I hate that I just can't kick. I have to drill into the ground if I hit that button. We haven't seen this part of it.
So she's like, your grade went down.
Mm-hmm.
After, and I was like, wait. I was like, so like, what did I score at the beginning of this semester? And she was like, you got a 100. And I was like, so why didn't you tell me I didn't need to take the class and I could have taken health and got it and over with? She was like, I saw room for improvement. I was like, I got a 100!
A++.
And then like, whenever I took it again, I got like a 93.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What is this?
Gosh, how many lives do you have? Is that it?
No, this is my last one.
Alright, go down under. Yeah.
Get away from me. Okay, I don't like this. I don't know. I didn't take a lot. I didn't take a lot of ridiculous classes like that. However, I did have a bad situation with.
Luckily, you got a life.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Thank.
Thank.
No!
I hit the button! Oh my gosh.
We're all the way
I
back
don't
in the
like
beginning.
this.
All the way back.
We're still. I can't give up.
What was your
We have made like no
situation?
improvement. Okay, so, I was good at reading and language and English, whatever. That was my deal. I was good at those. Flying colors. What I could not do was math and science-based math. I could tell a story about my calc class because even though I was bad at math, I still had to take calc by junior year.
Was it pre-calc trigged?
No, it was AP Calc.
Oh, shoot.
Because this is a nonsense deal, but I was put in the Gifted and Talented program. But I mean, it goes by different names throughout the U.S. In my state, it was the Gifted and Talented program, where they put you in like 3rd grade or whatever. And they're like, you're good at these things, which means you must be always good at them.
Yeah.
It's not that you're just smart enough to understand the basics as a child. No, you must be just 2 years ahead for the rest of your life, right? That's how the world works? Okay, so we're gonna put you in this. So there became this point in math where it was, where I just did not know anything anymore.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to shove information through it. It was like shoving a book through a concrete wall. And it just couldn't happen. It wasn't happening, and I reached this just peak And as I reached my peak, everyone else was, As I reached my peak, everyone else was still improving. Because I wasn't actually that great at math. I just, like I said, knew some... I know, you can't deal with that. I just somehow had a head start, and then everyone caught up. And I just, like I said, reached my limit of knowing math. And that was in calc. And in the state, I moved in the middle of high school. I don't think about that. I moved in the middle of high school. And my first high school, they actually had 2 AP Calc classes so that people could still get the college credit even if they were a little slower in math. And so I was in the slower one. Basically, they're like, all right, we're going to teach you 3 trimesters worth across 3 trimesters. Whereas the faster one is like, we're going to teach you 3 trimesters worth in 2 trimesters and then review the last trimester to get you ready for the AP test.
Okay.
So I was in the slower one where they spread it all out. Well, because of that, okay, there was nothing I could do.
You lived somehow.
I don't know. Checkpoint in a line.
What?
The flashbang killed me.
The screen doesn't just go white or something?
But anyway, so when I moved, I was put in a regular AP Calc class, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I went up to the teacher. I was 1 fruit away from a life. There we go.
What a waste.
Mario's better.
They heard you.
Okay, I want to stop, but I'm in the middle of a story, so we'll do one more episode. See y'all next time.